Only God can judge me, that right? Only God, man. Nobody else. Nobody else. All you other motherfuckers, get out my business. Ready? Perhaps I was blind to the facts. Stabbed in the back, I couldn't trust my own hope. Just a bunch of dirty rats. Will I succeed? Paranoid from the deed. Try to focus, but I can't see. And in my mind, I'm a blind man doing time. My future is my past, it's all behind me. See the crime to fight for what is mine. Everybody's trying, tell me what's the grind. Trap since birth, call cause I'm cursed. And fantasies of my family in the hurts. Say it's the white man I severe, but it's my own kind. Do what get it, dear.
And this is why I'm going to get a tripod, but anyways, I digress from that. So, as my father once said to me, life is about choices. Life is about chances and consequences. I think that any and everybody has the right to do whatever they want in life, but you have to be able to take what comes next. You know, it's funny that I say that because, you know, it's one of my best friend's birthday, and happy birthday to my homie. And I'll use him for a brief frame of reference. I used to tell him this all the time about there's no rules to reaction because there isn't. You can't tell somebody how to respond to something. You can't tell somebody how they should react. And even if they are over exaggerating about the action that they displayed, in the end, that's not your call to say how they react to a matter. Oftentimes, my friend found himself in situations where he was in a whole heap of trouble and having problems with a community, a neighborhood, a group of individuals who, I guess you could say, had the juice and had the power. Well, I didn't want to big them up like that, these people up, but these people had some sort of leverage, though. And he would constantly tell me, and he would go on about how he would troll these individuals. He would go on about having these spiritual, psychological spars and warfares that he would have with these individuals. And the thing that always tripped me out, in spite of making these declarations, making these claims, and making jokes about it and remarks towards me when he would express himself, in another breath, he would talk about how it's not him doing anything to anybody. So that was a blatant contradiction on his end. I'm using him as an example for when people feel some type of way about being judged, criticized, condemned for the actions that they committed. And in reference to that verse in Revelation 20, chapter 20, verse 4, in reference to that, because that could be said about a lot of individuals. Look how all these women, how they conduct themselves. They want to be somebody's wife, but they want to be the rest of the world's hoe. They want to be for the streets. I mean, you even have girls making memes about this. Like, okay, this has evolved into from hot girl summer to being for the streets. So this is like Charmander and Charmeleon. And I guess being the oxymoronic thought wifey would be the Charizard. I guess that's what they think it is, the Mrs. Hot Girl Summers. But it don't work like that though. And I don't do what they call slut shaming. When I say that I don't get down on people for whatever choices they make in life, and if they're transparent in who they are and how they are, I will never look down on you. Hell, I know a young lady. She's like 4 years younger than me. And she's transparent about who she is and how she is as a person and how sexually overt she is. Like, she has no shame, has no regrets, and I respect that. See, I get on females for behaving in a whorish, promiscuous, thottish manner. Not because that's the lifestyle that they partake in, but because they're not honest about it. You can't try to make all these claims about how you want monogamy and you just want to settle down with one man, but let a dude who you find very attractive get inside your inbox right now, and all that monogamy goes out the window. Most people are open relationships and they don't even know it. You just want to live a lie because that's what comforts you. Like, look, and since we're on the topic and the subject of women, I gotta say this though. You have to give women credit for this. Women are more pragmatic than men when it comes to sex. But men are more pragmatic than women when it comes to overall relationships. Why do you think women go around saying, "Oh my God, you're so picky"? Like, why does she gotta be a 10? Why she gotta be an 8 or a 7 as the minimum? Why she gotta be all fit? Why can't she just be thick and she be a BB? Why can't she just be a BBW? Why can't she just have a little, like, why you gotta fat shame? Like, crap like that, right? And ain't nothing wrong with brothers liking women with meat on their bones. Hell, I'm guilty of it. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. But that's the point. It's about honesty. It's about having standards. It's about knowing who you are, how you are, and living your life accordingly to all that. But unfortunately, that thought process don't run through a lot of these women's mind. And to be honest with you, a lot of you dudes have let it get this far. And since we're on the subject of the scriptures, of the Bible, a lot of you Bible thumpers use the scripture as a way to justify your simpish ways. It's a convenient argument to make when you say, well, the man is the head of the household, so therefore you should understand that when a woman does a certain thing, that's because a man, he's not doing his job right. That's because he's not leading the front. And I'm not saying that there are a lot of men out here who are not being responsible. Because there is a lot of men who are irresponsible. There's a lot of men who don't want to take accountability. And there's a lot of men who act like bitches. Let's just keep it real. They just act like punks. I know that. And a lot of it is because they are byproducts of what? Single motherhood. And what did I say? What did I say in the beginning? Life is about choices, chances, and consequences. And they covered all three of those bases. All three of those bases are loaded. And again, if a woman is a single mother, and she knows that she was with a dude who she knows is not going to take care of her, doesn't give a crap about her, or is going to walk away, abandon her and the child, hey, you can't say that you didn't make the choice unless you were raped or unless you become a widow. You are a single mother by choice. And there's nobody who can tell you otherwise. You might regret that choice later on, but you made the choice at the end of the day. That's why I laugh at the idea when Tupac said that ridiculous, arrogant, naive, fallacious statement and made a song and made it the hook or the chorus talking about only God can judge me. But I did like a line that Tupac said when he said, y'all think that I should worry about white people when it's my own kind doing me wrong, because that's how it tends to be, especially in the so-called black community. But yeah, people need to be willing to take that extra step and not just try to play the victim, do all this cheap deflecting. The only reason why you found me going harder on women than I do on men, oftentimes, because as men, we typically will acknowledge the errors of our ways. Except for the niggas who were raised by who? By single mothers. Typically speaking. Like, I'll probably say 8 times out of 10. But Most dudes who aren't in those predicaments, if you tell them that and tell them where they're effing up, they're gonna be like, man, you know what? You got a point. I may not like what's being said, but you still got a point, and I gotta take that extra step. Well, think about it in juxtaposition. Well, if you say that to a woman, and how is she gonna respond and react? Kevin Samuel's videos are living proof of what I'm talking about. And a lot of other brothers out here who have these one-on-ones with women are living proof of what I'm talking about. But see, this is why I don't feel the need to ever make videos having a woman do a one-on-one on some debate stuff, like having a back and forth like Kevin Samuels, like Tommy, or those dudes on the Manosphere, or one of these other McTowell niggas on the planet. I've never done it. In the 5 years that I made videos, I would never do that one-on-one with any of these women that you see on here. You should have a good idea that they're going to display that and react like that. But yeah, Judgment Day comes for everybody. You just don't know when it's going to come. And when it comes, you should take it like how Tariq took it in Power when he was about to get shot up by Monet or Mary J. Blige. That's how people should take that. But unfortunately, a lot of people take the bitch route, the cowardly route, the lack of personal responsibility, self-accountability route. Because it's easy to do that. That shows you how lazy, that shows you how mentally, responsibly, spiritually lazy and dishonest people are. That they're not even willing to take that extra step to better themselves and better the things around them. Y'all can listen to Tupac. Well, listen to this with Tupac. Wait, no, not Tupac, my bad. Listen to this. You can't change the world until you change yourself. My bad, I tweaked, but you get the premise of the video. And I'm going to leave it right there for now. I'm out. Have a good day.